this. There we go. Yay! Why is the audio not being picked up? Oh, it's because it's going to that default. That's not the default. What the fudge? Oh, talk real quick? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. Am I live? Let's figure that out. Why does it say it's Yeeps? Bro, it's not Yeeps. That is so false. I literally changed it to say weather for. This shit's rigged. Am I live? This is rigged, dude. This is not Yeeper Peeper. Why does it say it's Yeeps? This is not Yeeps. It's not Yeeps. That is so false. I literally changed it to say weather for. This shit's rigged. This freaking software could suck. This is rigged, dude. This is not Yeeper Peeper. Bruh! Okay, we're just gonna have to go on and just continue that it's not, but not whatever. Yeeps. Not Yeeps. That is so false. Oh god, I can hear myself. G-Tag got prop hunt bet. Anyways, alrighty. Welcome to the weather forecast, everybody. I'm sorry it says Yeeps on VR. I don't know why. I changed it to legit say weather forecast. It says that with my software, so I don't know why it's saying Yeeps. Anyways, welcome to the weather forecast, guys. I am here. We're doing this. First thing we're going to go ahead and take a look at. We're going to take a look at HRRR. See if I can slow this down. I don't think I can. Anyways, as you can see, we do have a storm system. Let's see if I can pause it. Can I pause this? Can I pause? No. Okay. As you can see, there is a storm system kind of up in Montana over there. We also have a bit of a storm system going on throughout the southern regions, reaching from roughly the Mobile, Alabama area all the way up into Ohio today. Of which I will go ahead and put on screen to the radar. As you can see, we do have a few special weather statements issued by the National Weather Service. Strong thunderstorms mainly are condensed are what they are condensed to. This storm over here near Monticello, Kentucky did have a bit of a hail core on it before we went live. It has weakened though. Quite a few special weather statements in Alabama, just south of Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa. Said that completely wrong. And also north of Tuscaloosa. We do also have another special weather statement just east of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Now, looking into Louisiana, we have a large special weather statement with a flood watch, I do believe. Yes. Tropical funnels were sighted. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that these are like little funnels in the sky. They're not, according to the National Weather Service, they're not supposed to be big tornado things, so mainly just miniature funnels in the sky. They'll disappear after some time. Not supposed to be harming or damaging. Now, looking in Montana, we do have an enhanced risk by the official SPC. An enhanced risk for most of central Montana. I'll go ahead and list the cities: Great Falls, Helena, Billings, and Stanford. There is a special weather statement in effect for Stanford with a miniature hail core, wind gusts up to 50 and penny-sized hail. And then there is a special weather statement just east of what the town named Butt is. Special weather statement with 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Now, according to the HRRR forecast, you are supposed to have some more storms developing up here in this enhanced risk They did just lower the 5% tornado risk to a 2%, but that stretches all the way from Canada down into Nebraska, mainly. There is a heavy wind threat in pretty much all the yellow and, well, pretty much the slight risk and the enhanced risk. There's also in this enhanced risk a 30% hail risk for 2-inch plus, I do believe. And then taking a look back at the southern region, we do have a and good God, get my words together. A marginal risk stretching from Cincinnati, Ohio, all the way down into New Orleans. We do also have a slight risk for stretching from Canada all the way down into Amarillo, Texas, and a marginal from Philadelphia, Arkansas, stretching into the Mexican, Texas area, and then Oklahoma, pretty much all the way back up into the Canada region. Then we also now have a marginal risk in Washington, D.C., covering a little bit of West Virginia, most of what is, trying to think, what is this state? Delaware. No, not Delaware. Frick, what's that state? Whatever the heck this state is with Baltimore. I totally forgot. And a little sliver of Delaware here. There's also another special weather statement over Ocean City, and one is probably going to be issued over the towns north of that because there is, as you can see, a large hail core on the storm north of it. But other than that, for your immediate weather threats, that is it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put us over to the... No, that's my code. I'm going to go ahead and take us over to the pivotal weather. That way we can look at our main forecasting threats for the next few days. Of which I'll also put on the SPC here in just a second. Where's my thingy? Window. Come on. Window capture. Sorry, this is taking me a hot second, guys. Alright. So, we do indeed have a... If it'll load, good lord. Okay. Alright. Taking a look at, again, the HRRR, nothing has changed. It's the same run hour. We're going to go ahead and switch over to NAM. Which, again, not as accurate, and especially not as accurate for local areas, but still gives a generally good forecast for most of the country, depending on where you live. Go ahead and skip out into about 33 hours from now. This storm, oh my God, I cannot think of my wording today. This, voice crack, this storm that is currently over the southern region, like we talked about just a minute ago here, is going to move out into the Atlantic, but another one coming from that Montana storm will form in roughly about the same place. Now, I wouldn't see too much severity. I think it's just going to be mostly rain. There could be a bit of a wind chance, but I'm not... we'll see. Let's see. Not much of a wind chance. If I'd have to take a guess, 15 mile an hour average. Taking a look at 48 hours out, that might be a problem because there is a slight bit of storms there. And if we look at our mixed layer cape here, it does get quite a bit into the 2,000 to 3,000 range of the joules per kilogram, which normally about 1,000 to 2,000 is good for bigger, good tornadoes. Not like big, strong tornadoes, but like good sized tornadoes. That is not good. If we look over at the STP here, zoom in on this. The STP, okay, this is your EF scale where these green bars are. Normally when they get above the green bars is when you can start worrying about it. So as you can see, definitely above EF2. Though again, this thing has been a really wonky lately for like the past month. Normally it is super accurate during the actual biggest part of the tornado season. So it could just be that we might get a few tornadoes, maybe not too strong, maybe not too weak. But again, keep an eye out. And I will be forecasting this later. So this is going to be roughly around tomorrow. Oh, and it gets up into the 5,000s over, I believe, Kansas. Yes. Over around central Kansas. Let me take a look at that wind shear. Wind shear is not relatively strong, but it is almost about 40 knots. So that is pretty good for 500 millibar. Which is like halfway in our atmosphere. Roughly about midway through the storm. Taking a look at your dew point, which is basically just our moisture here. Put a load. Yeah, that's a pretty strong moisture for storms. Normally anything above 71 or 72 is good for big storm development. People in Kansas tomorrow would probably want to stay weather aware. Basically anywhere with this 70 or above, anywhere in this kind of like purplish region, purple blue, you want to stay weather aware just a little bit. Especially if they're calling for like wet, severe weather. 072 hours out. Definitely weakening. Let's take a look back at our cape here. I do mixed layer mainly because it's the most widely used one, and it's probably the most accurate for storm development. Yeah, still pretty strong here over Kansas and Nebraska, as well as the northern tip of Colorado here. Kind of in like the cornering state of those three. Looking at 84 hours out, which is about as far as I'll go for now. Ooh, wow. Okay, almost into the 6,000 joules per kilogram range. And I do believe if we take a look at this from the SPC, I do believe that is part of their day 4. Yes, that is right on top of their day 4, actually. So we'll go a few more hours out and then we'll stop here. But 93 hours out. Do 90 then. Okay. I'm not so sure that Cape is 100% accurate. I'm not 100%. Yeah, there we go. Roughly about 2,000 to 3,000 joules per kilogram, but once again, 90 hours out from now, roughly. Your lapse rate, though, I gotta wait for it to load. Relatively strong. It's about averagely strong. Bulk shear is not as strong, so that could be why your storms will not spin up as much not tomorrow, in about 90 hours from now, whenever that storm hits. 4 days from now. Now there is a strong shear for 500 millibars, 63 knots. Okay, which that translates to about 70 or 80 miles an hour. Your cape is, once again, really strong, but we're mostly seeing the most of it over places like Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, South Iowa, and Missouri. I'm going to take a look at South Iowa just to double check. Yeah, there's your EF2 roughly, with a cape up to 4,000 joules per kilogram and supercell risk up to 25. There we go, 5,000 right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it is going to be mostly contained to Iowa. Maybe parts of Minnesota, Nebraska, and into Missouri, maybe. And actually, now that I think of it, it might be more down into Missouri than we think. It might just be central Iowa, northern Missouri, and northeast Kansas, which if so, that would mean Kansas City is in the large risk for that. Let's do 108 hours out, and then we'll stop. Okay, yeah. Roughly EF1 to EF2 is at the least. Is what you could be seeing up there in Iowa, Missouri, Nebraska, and Kansas. And I do believe we will stop it for there. Does anyone here have a specific request for severe weather? Let me look at chat. Let's see. I think my software is broken. Oh, I'm using the wrong string key. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, well, I do not believe that anyone has thing for the question. So, without further ado, there's your forecast, guys. If you would like to rewatch this or share it to a friend, please do so. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see